do we start with the action we saw last night, and it's all about the UEFA Champions League qualification for the group stages. You've had different preliminary rounds, but this is the final qualification round for the group stages. Rangers against PSV at the Ibrox Stadium, and what a match it was! A 4-goal thriller, 2-2 that ended with Rangers and PSV, taking the lead. Rangers taking the lead at some point before PSV was able to restore parity through Armando Obispo. But what do you make of the match? You saw how competitive it was for both sides. Within minutes of PSV taking the lead, you had Rangers equalizing, although the goalkeeper also contributed to how they took the lead. But the match itself, it's finally poised.
Yes, you see, the two teams are actually very, I would say, attacking teams.
Yep.
And also the away goal rule that has been removed
exactly makes it interesting.
Makes it more interesting. So teams are not afraid to concede. They just want to score more. They know if they can score more, at least they will qualify. Not with the away goal that you have to defend and make sure you don't concede.
And away goal, yeah.
You see, so I think it's Rangers actually had a bit of defensive problems, and also with PSV also having the keeper actually considering that.
I mean, that was an hauler, by the way.
So it's a goal that shouldn't have entered. But I think the two teams going into it leaves it open for both of them. Leaves it open for both of them going into PSV, and let's see who wins.
Let's see who wins, because next week Wednesday you'll have the return leg of that fixture. 2-2 it is finally poised, and as Olaleko has made you aware, there are no more away goal rules when it comes to UEFA competitions, club competitions. So it makes it more intriguing talking about the second leg next week Wednesday. Well, we still have UEFA Champions League action today, and the key match there has to be Dynamo Kyiv against Benfica. That's one that we should all look out for. Benfica regular customers, Kyiv, well, regular too, but you can't compare. So who do you think gets this? Meanwhile, Dynamo Kyiv are not playing at home as a result of the war going on in Ukraine, so they will be playing in Poland. But who gets this?
I think first looking at the home advantage that Benfica will have, I think it's a very it's a very good advantage for them. Also looking at the quality of teams that they have,
the
and
players,
the kind of performance that they have had over time, I think it will be Benfica. I'll give it to Benfica for it.
Over 2 legs or in this particular match?
Over 2 legs, because Dynamo Kyiv also want to fight. Probably want to show their desire of going into the Champions League. Okay. But I think Benfica will take it.
Okay. Let's see how that pans out. Let's delve into the transfer market even as we hit home stretch on the show. I'll start with Tottenham Hotspur, who have just signed the left back, a defender from Udinese for £15 million. His name is Destiny Udoji. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Sounds very familiar for our, Igbo brothers. It looks like he's from Nigeria. But Destiny Udoji, for £15 million from Benfica, from Udinese rather, 19-year-old. Is this a good deal for them? Although that talks that it would be loaned back to Udinese to complete the season before joining, Tottenham Hotspur fully next season.
It's a good deal for them. I think generally teams, especially in this transfer market, are looking for young talents and tying them down and just keep putting them on loan. Same with Chelsea.
So that they get playing time
and mature and can also come back, and not losing them to other teams when they're actually at their very peak. I think they really need them, because Tottenham has been struggling with their defense this season. Has not been really good. Of course, they have their midfield and their attack to cover for it, but also they need to. I think Conte knows that he needs to work on the defense with time and improve it. Okay.
For Doji, as I said, he's from Udinese. Played 35 games last season for them in the Italian Serie A and scored 5 goals. So he's someone that comes with wealth of experience when it comes to top flight football, and he is Tottenham Hotspur's 7th summer signing when you consider the likes of Perisic, Bosema, as well, not forgetting Lenlaw from Barcelona, and all others who have come through the ranks for Conte this summer. Well, let's move away from there. Still talking about signings. Brighton Hove Albion. It seems the Premier League teams are the ones busy in the market. Brighton Hove Albion have finally replaced Marc Cucurella. Remember, Cucurella left for Chelsea for over £50 million, and they've replaced him with Villarreal left back Pervis Estopinan, who joins the club for an undisclosed amount. But this is a left back that comes with another, wealth of experience at top flight football. Helped Villarreal win the Europa League in 2021. So You think is an ideal replacement for Cucurella?
He may not really be an ideal replacement, but at least they need to get somebody that is experienced.
Okay.
And also, you just have to be wary of Premier League. There's this kind of tempo of Premier League that is always different from
Spanish La
Liga. And it's always easier for a winger, an attacker, a striker to adapt more than a defender, because he's the one staying at the defense. He's the one. He has the strikers and the wingers coming at him. So I think, let's see how he goes. I think his experience will actually count for him, going into the Champions League, playing in the Champions League, playing in the Europa, and also being an Europa winner. So I think his experience will count for him, and we'll see how he performs.
It fares. Okay. Let's move away from there now and delve to Old Trafford. Yes, Manchester United have been in the news for, well, the wrong reasons over the last how many months? It's been quite some time. You know, we had good news coming from Old Trafford. Well, the latest, which is definitely a sad news for so many, is that Manchester United has ended their pursuit of French midfielder Adrien Rabiot from Juventus. Again, this is a 27-year-old midfielder who comes with a vast amount of experience from PSG to the French national team, where he's been an instrumental piece of the teams that he has played for. But quite shocking. This is the second name in the last 1 week that they've ended pursuits. At first, it was Marko Arnautovic, but amid the criticism and backlash, that had to be dropped. Now, Rabiot, the reason stated is that his wage demands are too high. Although both teams have agreed, talking about Juve against Man U. Where does this leave them in terms of recruitment?
I think their major problem is probably from the board or from the technical director, because you see them knowing that they need transfers. It's not like they're just trying to add one or two just players. They actually need these transfers. They need these experienced players, but they are there also arguing about. I think they said one of the major reasons was the pay gap. I'm like,
wage demands.
Man U is the kind of team that actually pays. They have had the record of paying a lot of money for a lot of salary for their players. So why is this player having this kind of salary gap and knowing that you actually really need him? I think Rabiot will have been a very good addition
to the midfield.
So I don't know. I don't know what their plan is right now, because I think they will have to do some panic buying, and panic buying does not pay at the end of the day. So
well, it's difficult to comprehend what's happening at Manchester United, but a whole lot is going on, especially behind the scene. Remember, the Manchester United Supporters Trust have also waded in. That's one of the largest fan bases when it comes to world football, with over 200,000 members, and they're asking that the Glazer family, or the Glazers family, who are the owners of Manchester United, should sell the club, because they do not understand what's going on. The recruitment has been terrible, to say the least. Remember Frankie de Jong, that saga is still ongoing, and it's just ridiculous what's happening behind the scene. But that's how much we can take due to time constraints. Olalekan, thank you so much for your time on the show.
Always a pleasure being here.
Thank you so much to you out there for spending your Wednesday with us. It's been The Arena, and I'm Samson Lady. Till the show comes your way tomorrow, do enjoy the very best of Champions League football tonight, especially Dynamo Kyiv against Benfica.